Good morning. Wait until you get a look of the interior of the restaurant here in Moose Creek. Joining me now, owner of Knox Fine Dining, Paul Mayer. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
I cannot believe, I've seen pictures of the inside of the restaurant, but it's not until you get here that you really take in the full effect. What year was the church originally built?
Originally in 1928.
Okay, and so for until what year was it still an operating church?
It was a church up until, I believe, 1998.
Okay, and then a gentleman bought it, and what did he intend to use the space for?
I think his intention, he bought it with the idea his wife was going to make it into a dance studio.
Which didn't exactly happen.
Didn't quite happen, and then I bought it. But when I bought it, it was the full-blown church.
So the pews were still in here, it was
Pews were here, no insulation, the original windows, which were pretty much no window.
Okay, and what did you intend to do with it when you bought it?
My sole intention was to make it my house. I'm a forester by trade, and I was buying it to make into my house. I was working at Domtar in Cornwall, and that was that.
Isn't that a huge endeavor to purchase not only a church, but one that doesn't even have any insulation?
Well, thank God I didn't give it any thought. Otherwise, nothing would have happened. So yeah, I bought it, I just looked at it, loved it, and that was kind of that. And
okay, and so for how many years was it your house?
So I lived in here for 4 years. 6 months after I bought the place, I lost my job at Domtar as a forester, and so my first business was a fresh pasta business. I built a kitchen in the basement. I'm half Italian. I just took all the family recipes, started making fresh pasta, different sauces, and was selling it to restaurants and grocery stores, and
really?
Which is how I ended up meeting the chef. He actually came out here to buy some pasta for a restaurant he worked at in Cornwall. I showed him my house. He's like, oh, this would make a great restaurant. So he's the one that actually planted the seed.
Really? Okay,
yeah.
And later in the morning we'll head downstairs and do a bit of cooking with Gabe. So you decided to jump in and create Knox Fine Dining. Where did the name come from?
Well, it was a Knox United Church. So it's, yeah, I struggled with the name for months, and it was right under my nose.
Yeah, right there.
Well, no, on the cornerstone of the building it says Knox United 1928, right? So it was right there.
So tell me about the layout. You mentioned that it's original floors.
Original floors, original moldings, all original pews. So the pews that are facing backwards were on this side of the room, facing forward. You got a little 10-foot pew over here that was in the middle of the room, and then 2 aisles.
And that's so neat that that's your booth that you're eating in.
Yeah, no, it's pretty funny. And so when we were thinking of the place, we built these booths in the corner, so we just disassembled a few of the pews, and then we called these the Mafia booths. And so whenever, if you're making a reservation, you ask for the Mafia booth, and those are the 2 corner booths. And even all the wait staff, we refer to them as the Mafia booth.
Okay, and then we've got to bring the camera back here to the bathroom, because you said that when you originally bought the place and it was your home, that you poured a lot of time and money.
Yeah, no, I had a gorgeous bathroom. I lived in squalor out in the main room, but had a great bathroom, and that's no joke.
And so this was the original shower wall.
Yeah, so I tiled all this. I built a nice little shelf there, 2 shower heads, nice jacuzzi tub, made a bathroom vanity out of a couple church pews, and yeah, spent all my money in here and then ran out.
Well, now it is a nice bathroom to be enjoyed by all.
Yes.
A little bit later in the show, we will talk about your best-selling dessert, about why all of the artwork along the walls, where it comes from, and how you can purchase it, and of course, the different live music and various events that take place here at Knox Fine Dining in Moose Creek. So stay with us. It's all coming up on CTV Morning Live.